Yesterday, we were telling you about a vote that was going to happen in the Senate. It had momentum. The Brown-Kaufman amendment to limit the size of the big banks. And I was surprised and excited. And I said, wow, I can't believe it has momentum. Breaking up the big banks, that would be real. That's not weak sauce reform that I was worried about. That's, getting a real reform. I mean, you're going to take Citibank and break it up. And the reason to do that, obviously, is that if they're that large, and they fall, well, they drag everybody down with them, right? It's obvious. It's the most obvious thing in the world. 13 Bankers is all about that. 3 different Fed chiefs in Kansas, Dallas, and in St. Louis all agree we should split up the big banks. I mean, those are the heads of the local Fed. Can you imagine that? So, and almost all of the major economists are significantly concerned about that. And then we got senators who are pushing it. You got conservatives who might join in. Everything's looking great. They had the vote. You ready? 61 to 33. Fail. Not even close. Nobody, it didn't need a filibuster. It would have broken the filibuster the opposite way. Not within miles of getting it passed. So all that excitement, that's why I warned you guys. Don't get too excited when you hear good news, okay? Because they'll find a way to kill it. And this one was easy. They were like, oh, yeah, too big to fail. Right? Nice try, kids, run along. Now, the funny thing is, it was bipartisan in some small way. They actually got 3 Republicans to sign on, maybe for appearance sake, but I don't care. Votes matter, right? So Richard Shelby from Alabama, Tom Coburn of Oklahoma, and John Ensign of Nevada. Give them credit. They voted the right way. And then you got 27 corporatist Democrats who all voted the wrong way. It's a big list. I'm going to read it, okay? Daniel Akaka from Hawaii is a corporatist, protects the banks. So does Max Baucus of Montana, definitely Evan Bayh of Indiana. Bennett of Colorado is a disappointing vote there, but apparently he's also a corporatist. Tom Carper of Delaware is not surprising. Of course, Ken Conrad of North Dakota. Of course, Chris Dodd, who's looking to get a nice big job when he gets out as the head of the banking committee. He's retiring. He'll wind up being a lobbyist probably for the financial industry. He does his job, votes the right way in favor of corporate America. Dianne Feinstein, another huge corporatist from California. Gillibrand, who pretends to be a progressive from time to time in New York. She votes with the banks. Hagan in North Carolina, she'll pretend it as, oh, I'm from North Carolina. Really? In North Carolina, they want to protect huge banks? She'll claim it's because of Bank America. Nonsense. Inouye is from Hawaii, longtime corporatist. Tim Johnson, huge protector of the financial industry from South Dakota. These are all Democrats. And now, mind you, every Republican, except the 3 I mentioned, also voted with these corporatists. And then John Kerry from Massachusetts, enormously disappointing. As soon as I saw him on the list, I was like, it's a good thing he didn't win. Klobuchar, you think Obama's giving you small change. Although Obama fought against this, of course. So always in a no-win situation. So Obama would be on this list if he was a senator. Klobuchar from Minnesota, Cole from Wisconsin, Landrieu, of course, from Louisiana, Lautenberg from New Jersey, McCaskill from Missouri, Menendez from New Jersey, Nelson in Florida, Nelson in Nebraska, Reed from Rhode Island, Schumer from New York, so-called reformer, ha ha ha, so-called progressive, Shaheen from New Hampshire, I don't know why she's on the list, but I guess she's also a corporatist protector of the banks. John Tester pretending to be a populist in Montana, protecting with the New York banks, nicely done. Mark Udall in Colorado and Mark Warner in Virginia, all corporatists, all protecting Wall Street's ass. Now, a perfect representation of them is Republican Judd Gregg in New Hampshire, who was indignant on the floor of the Senate while debating this. He said, quote, I don't understand this Brown-Kaufman amendment. Basically, what it says is if you're successful, you're going to break them up. I mean, where does this stop? Do we take McDonald's on? Did McDonald's crash the world economy? Did McDonald's need trillions of dollars in bailout money? No, the bank said. Which part of that was successful, Senator Gregg? The part where they robbed us of taxpayer money? I guess in your book, you got paid, they got paid. I guess it was a success. He's calling the big banks success? And that we're punishing their success by breaking them up? No, the reason we want to break them up is not because we don't like them, you moron. It's because they're endangering the entire economy if they're taking these grotesque risks. They have such a large chunk of our assets that if they go down, we all go down. That's what we're trying to prevent. And if you don't understand that, you're stupid. But the reality is you're not stupid. You're much worse. You're a dishonest, easily bought politician who's in the back pockets of these banks, and you go out there and you lie for them. That speech was entirely disingenuous. You want to know how big the banks are? Now you tell me if it makes sense to keep them their size. The 4 mega banks, the largest ones, hold $7.4 trillion in assets. What do you think happens if they go down? They pull everybody down, give you a percentage-wise. That is equal to 52% of the nation's estimated total output last year. 52%. Now, are they too big? 4 banks, more than half of our entire GDP last year. Are they too big? Well, what's next? We're going to go after McDonald's? Did I do a good job? Give me the money. Give me the money. Give me the money. Yeah. Taxpayers, pay them. Pay them. Look at all their wonderful success. Pay them. As long as you get paid, right, Greg? Man, I'm so mad at these guys. I'm barely containing much worse things I want to say.